just got an idea for today's vlog. It's going to be a real simple one. What do I carry in my purse? This is my hair night configuration. I braid it up into these things and I tie these knots in it and I get lovely waves out of otherwise straight hair. What's in my bag? Well, currently I'm using this bag. It was a birthday gift, and I've never had so many comments. Men, women, everybody want to comment on this because it's a giant shoe, because it's colorful, because it's interesting. So, it's a fun bag. What's in my bag? Well, there's my wallet containing all the usual way too many store cards and ID cards and whatnot, and not nearly enough money. I don't actually, all the money is kept in the change thing because the wallet's too short for Canadian dollar bills by that much, which is really annoying. This is kind of groovy. This is a portable drinking water cup. You can even put some pills in the middle. I think I've got a Tylenol in here. I do, I have a Tylenol in it. So you can put a Tylenol in there to carry it around. And then you do that, and you fill it with a little water. See? And then I'm not going to take the pill because I don't need it. And you swallow your pills. And now I have to dry this out because I'm not putting the Tylenol back in when it's wet. That would be regrettable. And it collapses back down. See? Pull tight. Friction holds it and holds water. Well enough for a quick drink. I wouldn't pour your fancy expensive wine in there and leave it sit while you sip. Who would? Then in goes the pill. On goes the lid. And in fact, you can then attach it to a keychain if you're so inclined. It's kind of cool. I got that from ThinkGeek, but I think Cabela's sells it too, so keep your eyes peeled. You might even find it at Princess Auto. It comes with this nice little case that helps keep it shiny and new, rattling around in my purse like it does. What else is in here? I've got more than one of these. I've got a few of these. These are just batteries for my phone. I've got my earbud case. I printed this on the printer with 3D print, and this one's the dragon eye. There, it's a dragon's eye. And it unscrews. The threading mechanism isn't great, and your earbuds fit in there. You can also use these to carry pills. I've done that when I've had to carry pills before I realized what an idiot I was that I had that drinking water pill case, you know, this thing. I'm like, why am I putting pills in a ball? So I've got this one here. This is a unicorn eye or something. I think that's an octopus. I have no idea. I ran out of natural eyes and started making weird ones. And what the heck is in there? Oh, okay. Just a little something something for some day when I'm feeling nauseous. I got one of my crying towels. I haven't needed them like I used to because I don't cry like that anymore. Yay! But they're still good when I'm having a hot flash. I can keep the sweat out of my eyes. Another one of these. I think there's 3 in here total. Some Purell that I got at Christmas time in a gift bag. That this hand sanitizer. I'll probably wind up giving it away because I'm not much for sanitizer. I prefer to just keep my hands clean. We've got, I'll go through the bags. There's bags in the bag. See, there's one bag in the bag. It's an old camera case. This is a Leatherman tool. This Leatherman tool allows me to do a lot of interesting things, including having a nice pair of pliers on it, so that I am always ready, steady, Freddy for any repairs I need to do. And I've had to use it on occasion. And even at home I'll sometimes get it out. And it comes with a screwdriver adapter here. It has a few other features I've forgotten that allows me to put in these bits and use the screwdriver. And I like to think that if I was ever in a mood for some serious vandalism, I could disassemble a bathroom with the tools in my purse. Now I'd have to get some better bits because they're using anti-tamper bits these days, but I know where to get them. Oh look! Money! I found a dime! Just put that where it's going to do the most good. Into the wallet. I've got my handicap permit card, so that whatever car I'm in, I'll have this along with me, and we can take advantage, especially if I can't. I don't really need it most of the time. When I got it, I needed it simply to get from the car to the door. I couldn't walk that far. Now I only need it in extreme cold to keep from having to walk from the back end of the parking lot with my high cold intolerance from the chemo I'm on it. One of the symptoms is it makes you intolerant to cold, and you can get permanent nerve damage. So it's really important not to get too chilled. So if it's 30 below, I don't want to park at the far end. My emergency inhaler, because asthma is one of the things cold air does to me. I know, right? Walking patient here. Hates it. My awesome reader glasses that I almost never use, but can if I wanna. These are Swarovski Crystal. Swarovski Crystal readers. I ain't no boring grandma. I got sparklers. I look so much older than these. That actually make, well, they're a little narrow for my face. As readers, they work. You know, stick them here and I can look up and I can look down. They do a nice job magnifying. I should use them more often. But for some reason, I always just bring these. These ones are prescription, so I bring them along. But I'm planning to get them made into graduated, so it's close up here and distance there, and they'll be all purpose. Because I really like these ones too. Got a few different pairs of glasses, actually. What else we got in here? God, I knew there was another bag. It's okay, so the first bag I'm going to show you, I'm not going to open because it's my hygiene bag. It's got feminine hygiene and colostomy supplies. And nobody want to see that. I'll put the glasses back in because it's hard to pack this thing. And I think I'll put this back in. It goes in along the side. It goes in tucked along one wall or the other. Nice and long. And now then I can put the Leatherman in. It goes in first, and I can put some batteries and inhaler and the loose bits in. They all go in. Loose bits, battery, inhaler. I gotta pack this thing like a jigsaw every single time. It's a little embarrassing when I have to get something out from the toe, but it doesn't happen too often. Mostly I just reach for these two bags. So this one, which goes down in the toe, contains all of the long stuff. So it's got I love Swarovski crystals, and this was my souvenir from the Swarovski store in West Edmonton Mall. And it's a really nice pen, but it's running out of ink, and I'll have to find. I think I did find ink refills actually. Yeah, a Swarovski pen. It cost me $50 freaking. I don't kid. No kidding. Nice little pearl tone there. But I feel like a lady when I pull this out. I feel like a rich lady. So for $50, it was a pretty cheap way to feel wealthy. This is a fabric measuring tape that I'm always forgetting I have, just in case I have to measure something on the road. I'm in a hardware store trying to find out if something's going to fit somewhere, that kind of thing. We got a few other things in this bag, and I'll start putting stuff back as I go. A little compact mirror that I never use, probably don't need to carry. Oh, it's got the eyelashes I haven't worn but once. I wore them once and they fell off. See if I can get them on. Just the way they are, just for a moment. I bought a whole bunch of fake lashes and I was having fun with them, but they're so annoyingly hard to stick that I just said to hell with it. And they've been in there ever since. This is a face mask that they're so uncomfortable I don't actually wear it. But if I'm ever really, really worried, or I have a cold and got to go to the cancer center and sneeze, this is an option. So I made this. This is a fabric that I got made for me at Spoonflower. Oh, I got some more fabric in today. I got all the fabric that I need for my rainbow trench coat. It's going to be astonishing. I just might pause this and go get it after I'm done with the purse. And my Champion Swiss Army knife with, oh my God, at least 100 different tools and uses on it. Engraved with my name so that if it gets lost, it's more likely to get to me. At least I can prove it was mine if someone steals it, you know. It's my third or fourth one, but I haven't lost it in ages. So that's everything that's in this lovely little rainbow pencil case from Guatemala. And that goes down in the very extreme toe along with that silver one. Now this one is an important bag. I access it often. It's got the permanent always in there battery. We'll dump everything out. It's got the permanent always in the battery. It's got a relatively useless, used to be useful, but doesn't work with my big phone. Well, maybe it does. Let's see if it works. Yeah, you could still use it. It's meant to be a stand that allows you to watch your phone in whatever mode. So you can set your phone up and watch things on it. And it folds, so it's easy to store. I haven't really used it since the iPhone. It's one of those things I thought I needed more than I actually did. You know how that is. This is a little tab of Gravol, because when you're on chemo, you never know when the nausea strikes. I was using that last summer. I haven't used it since because I keep forgetting. And I'm usually home anyways. Some lip balm. Keep my lips moist. Cut down on the rips and tears that I get, because I can't stand it when there's taggy bits and I wind up pulling them off. A little caramel macchiato vape from my vape pen, so that when I'm out and about, I can refill. I don't keep the vape pen in there because the button gets pushed, and it's got a thing to turn it permanently off. Got some a mint box, a breath mint box called Death Mints. Isn't that fun? And these are not the original mints. They're not as strong either, but it's got some mints in there, just in case I'm in a situation where I'm concerned that I'm going to choke somebody with my breath. And this wonderful cord for charging my phone, so like I can take that from the purse, just plug it in, and then bring the phone in, and then be playing my Pokemon Go on the go. I don't know why I'm carrying the extras. I mean, you know, it's kind of stupid, really. I never need them that bad. It's just my sense of, oh, I'd hate to get caught out without. I think I'll leave these at home because I don't need the extra weight. That's a good almost a pound of weight right there. And this thing's heavy enough. And the last thing that's in there is, oops, oh my lord, I've gone and made a mess. These are flakes of soap. I kid you not, soap flakes. Yes. Yes, my friend, soap flakes. What you do is you take one of these, and I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to demonstrate. You put it in your hand, and then you add water, like from a water bottle or a nearby stream or a puddle or a tap or whatever you've got, and you just work it in until you get a lather, and it becomes soap that you just wash your hands with it. We call them soap leaves. And I thought it was a really clever idea, and I've had it now for years. I never need it. But if I need it, it's kept in here, along with the Gravol I never need, and the breath mints I never use. Because, you know, but I go for the battery, the charging cord, and the lip balm often. So that's always really near the top. And that, my friends, is what's in my purse. Not much, really. No, there's no makeup. There's just lip balm. It's those eyelashes. They're still in there. I haven't put them away. It's kind of funny to find eyelashes when I open it. One of these days I'll put them away. I'm going to pause and grab the camera and take you around to see the fabric that I just arrived today, and I'll show you the fabric that it goes with. Okay, we're on. This is going to be the outside of the trench coat. I've got 3 meters of this insane cloth. Yes, I know it's insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. I saw a picture of a hippie wearing a brilliantly colored tie-dyed trench coat and fell in love and decided I just had to have one. So I went through my designs, found something that was the right kind of thing because actually doing the tie-dye was too much trouble. I ordered up 3 meters of that, and then I'll take you downstairs to see. Now I'm not paused. Oh dear. I'm going to have to assemble this. Well, did you see any of that fabric? I don't think you did. Let me take you to see the fabric, but I'll show you this last little bit here from my purse. It's a purse hanger. You hook it. You pretend this is the edge of the table. You put it like that on the table. And when you hang your purse from it, the cantilevered effect holds up your purse right under the table, right when you need it by your knee. Really nice. And then when you're not needing it, it folds away all nice and pretty and tucks away in your bag. So, since you didn't get to see all of that bit about the fabric, I'll go do that all over again, because I'm an idiot. Now, I'm still learning how to run this. So, let's go back. Show you the fabrics again. And we got a 3D printer. I think you missed that too. We got a 3D printer. I guess that's for Christmas. We got ourselves a 3D printer. It's an ANET A8. It cost around $200, and it's going to do way better than our old printer. Way lots better. And then there's, right, the outside of the trench coat I want to make is this stuff. Is that loud or what? I saw a picture of a hippie in a really bright tie-dyed trench coat. Oh, I got to have one of those. Because I've always liked that effect of having the coat skirt swirling around at your legs. It just feels so important and impressive. So that's going to be the exterior of the trench coat. Pardon me while I go through the dark stairs, because it's very dark. And now down into the hallway where I have the new fabric that just arrived today, fresh from the washing machine, hanging up to dry. That's going to be the interior lining of the coat. I wanted to get it in the silk crepe de chine, but the price was just too ridiculous. So I went with a really fine cotton, and it'll flow just fine, and it'll look nice enough. Won't be as nice, but it'll be nice enough. And we'll turn off that light because we don't need it. The bunny doesn't need it. Look at me in the dark. That's, by the way, you have just explored pretty much the entire house with me. A kitchen, a living room, and a bit of basement with a hallway and a bathroom, and the bunny's got his own room. Wow, isn't that going to be a cool trench coat? I've determined that I'm going to buy a pattern and do it right. And, especially since 3 meters of each fabric might not be sufficient. Oh, what the devil. Okay, it's still running. Every time I plug it back into the dock, it recognizes an attached drive and pops up a window and gets in the way of the camera. So I'm going to get a pattern for the trench coat because I have determined that fabric's just too expensive. I mean, I think I have about $120, $130 worth of fabric already, and I haven't even made anything. So I'm going to get a pattern. And I'm also not sure that 3 meters for each side is enough for the whole coat. So I'm going to use some white denim cotton that I still have to cut out the lapels and the cuffs. There's cuff straps with a button. There's a belt. So all of that stuff, those accent pieces are going to be just snow white. And I think that's going to look really awesome. So that's what I'm going to do with, I'm going to be building a trench coat this sewing. My father used to say that, "What you building there?" when we were sewing. It stayed with me as a funny way to put it. And it's very much like construction. I mean, you are constructing clothing. So I'm going to assemble a trench coat. And, you know, I should absolutely show you how to lay out a pattern, how to cut a pattern, and maybe even take you through where to sew and how to sew in a series of separate videos. So I will certainly put that on my idea list. And I had an idea that I should do a how-to on darning your socks, how to repair a hole in your wool. And I can't say that I do a really pretty job, but my coat has developed another hole. And usually what I do is I darn it with, like if I have a matching thread, I will try to make it a nice discreet repair. But if I don't, I will actually, after I have woven the edges together and patched it, I will embroider over top with colored yarns, and I've already got a flower on it to make some, cute little design out of the hole. Because if you don't repair your yarn, it keeps getting bigger and fraying, and then that's the end of your fabric. If you do repair it, you're probably looking at something visible. It's extremely hard because you're not going to match up the, I'll show you when I do the video. But that knitting goes like this, darning is more like a woven texture, so the texture will always show. But I will show you how to darn a hole in wool soon. I don't know when. I have to think of it, It has to come to mind. I almost forgot to do this vlog entirely today. So that's my 20 minutes. See you tomorrow.